Alright, so this video is for entertainment educational purposes only. So, one of the main reasons as to why I left Target was because I started understanding the reality as to what was going on and my true purpose of being there as a worker. I was on the fulfillment team, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the work of just getting an order and bagging it. I did. I didn't enjoy the daily donations to Zeus and to people that need this negative energy to feast off of, like the witch that's been here since 1492, Ghislaine Maxwell, you already know. By getting me to be more stressed, sad, to the point where I am crying. Yeah, I didn't care for that. So I left. But, and my brother encouraged me to, but you know, what he didn't know and pick up on, obviously because he was not there, was that I was just seeing numerous people from my past. You know, people on the check lane that I knew when I was in Nairobi, Kenya. People on the check lane that I knew that I would call family, that are a part of my parents' Peace Corps group. Same thing with people on my team, right? Other people that I refer to as an uncle. Referred to as an uncle. Two different sets. Others, cousins, aunts, and others that I've been friends with since going back to 8th grade, you know? And I mean, that first day, I didn't expect any of that. I told myself that was the first job. I think I mentioned this before, but, you know, I'm a shy guy. I've been a shy guy. And that was the first job where I just told myself, Ryan, you're you know, with all your quirks and your worries, you know. Sometimes I definitely think too much, and I just told myself to just be and open myself up to receiving whoever was in front of me. Who's looking at me, you know? What is the spirit inside that body? Who is the spirit inside that body, you know, coming to me? I didn't go that deep, but that's what came from it, of just, I'm not gonna look away, I'm not gonna look at the ground when you're talking to me, you know, out of feelings of worthlessness or shame or self-hate, fear, bottom line. So I chose to be and just receive whoever is in front of me. And what came from that was that the more I just, you know, allowed myself to do that in that moment, this person's talking to me, I'm talking to them, I'm now listening to a story, and this image of this person that I knew back when I was in high school starts pulling through. And I'm like, now wait a damn minute, you look a lot like this person. And then I took a second, and it was like, no, that spirit that was in that person is in this body. It is you. So, on December 3rd, you know, I mentioned this in one of the past videos, but I got ripped out of my physical body in the astrals, and I had this person, you know, get on top of me, and then this police officer inject me to get more of my energy. I'm bringing this up because for all of these human beings, they're not connected to nature. They don't have any powers. They don't have any spiritual gifts. And that's not to dog anybody. but I'm adding it into the conversation because it's important in how are they doing this. Okay, it's through magic. Well, where are they getting the supply? Our essence is a part of how this is all not only being done, but kept up. And it's through us being asleep. You know, same thing for the fallen goddesses and gods. You know, the one that got on top of me that night was a fallen god. Carbonated being. Who chose to be disconnected, no longer connected to nature, still, you know, is a god, is a deity. But lost out on the, I can't even say lost, but those abilities, whatever they may have been, given up in order to be worshipped outside themselves. So to do all of these things and to be able to keep up doing it, our essence is a part of this whole, I can't even say charades game, but mix match. So then just occurred to me, you know, with these other jobs that I have had, with these other situations that I've had and been in, of what this matrix really is, from school to when I took classes at the Denver Center for Performing Arts, to when I went and I took an acting class in LA, to then New York. I'm just seeing and experiencing being in the classroom, being at work, being in these different rooms with these different people, or I should say with these people who are just under a glamour spell. When that spell is lifted, I'm seeing the being that I've known for years, be it my parents, my friends, people that I used to call my friends, who I referred to as family, those friends that I referred to as family, you know? Because we were that close at the time, before I started understanding what the hell was going on. To seeing teachers, seeing, again, people from my parents' Peace Corps group. I mean, it's everything. That is what this matrix is in keeping us asleep. They get to play as these different people. Okay, well, let's see, let's just say Ryan wants to try out farming. They're gonna have sets of people that I've known be in or at this course, hypothetical course in my mind that I want to take. And then maybe the next year I want to do yoga teaching license. Same thing. Doesn't matter if it's in the exact location of where I'm at. So for this example, let's say Colorado. Or if I were to choose to go to India, or if I were to choose to go to California, there's going to be somebody in that space who I have known prior in my life. So, you know, while I was at the University of Northern Colorado, that's just what that was. I was seeing and experiencing, not at the time, I didn't know any of this was going on, but over the past couple of years, over the past year really, during the late summer into fall, because of the Kundalini energy rising and me just hitting roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, just questioning what the hell is going on. And I, for once, you know, I pulled out my phone and I just started looking at people that I went to college with. And I asked myself, you know, for the first time, who is it that I'm looking at? I don't know where that question and thought came from, but it appeared. Maybe my angels were just saying, it's time for you to remember what is really happening. So when I did that, I just saw this image of these people that I knew when I was in university. and the image of people that I knew back in high school when I was in Nairobi, Kenya, back in 8th grade when I was in Nairobi, Kenya, started to pull through. And I'm like, hold on, let me go to this other picture. And then I started seeing more and more and more people from my past. Be it, again, you know, friends to family to people that my parents knew that were and are a part of their Peace Corps group, to teachers that I used to know. So then I would just ask myself, you know, I found one of my older yearbooks, and I ended up, there's a security person driving up to my vehicle, but, one sec. Hi. Yeah.
I think they just close out in the parking lot too, on top of the church. Looks right.
Is it 100% closed, or you said you think, so?
No, I mean it is.
It's closed? Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No worries.
Just trying to see who else is around, but maybe.
Yeah. Y'all see how the fallen angels work? Cop vehicle car 104. Not cop, but security, you know what I mean. 4 minus 1 equals what? They don't like it when you start speaking truth. And now there's, I kid you not, y'all, I was just staring in front of me when all this happened. And there was no one, there was literally no one there. And now there's someone there. Like, while I was talking to him, there was not anybody there. And it's 8:16. Look at that. I'll leave in 1 minute. But, yeah, bottom line, that is, the truth that was, I'll say, revealed to me. And when I started just looking at these pictures of people from, I think I might just start driving. If it gets too loud, I'll end it. But I started looking at these people from my yearbook. And again, what came from that, I then asked, you know, after coming to the conclusion of these different I'm gonna use the word characters that they play as, you know, who is another alter for this person. You know, I'm using the word alter. If you've seen 777 Truce videos, I've referenced that before. Alter character, you know, who is this other person that they masquerade as? And once I asked myself that question, whether I was looking at a picture from, let's say, a yearbook, or I was looking at a, oh, that's funny, there's someone else in the parking lot, but I'm the one. There's no one in there though. Anyway, whether it was a yearbook picture or a photo, you know, just on my phone, what came from that is that images started hitting my pineal gland, and I started having these experiences flash before my body. And all of those experiences that would flash before my body were the specific experiences that I had with those specific people. So, like, let's just say my father, for example, you know, I asked myself, okay, well, who is one of his other alters or characters? After finding, you know, this information out, And I wrote that poem just the other day. You know, he is, you know, Kevin Doyle. He is Jacob Rothschild. And another one of his alters that is famously known is the acting coach, Gregory Berg. He is Lupita's acting coach. My father! Everybody in that classroom I've just known since that I took that class for all of 3 days. I've just known from my past, from people in high school to elementary teacher to other people, like Peace Corps people, again, and people that I may not have even been friends with, but I went to high school with. But that was him, and I then just allowed those experiences to open up. Okay, classmate from UNC to another teacher at the Denver Center for Performing Arts, and so on and so forth. To my coworker, you know, when I was at that Indian restaurant for all of less than 2 weeks, because I was being treated like absolute doo-doo. And I told myself, I'll be damned. So, yeah, he was my coworker there, you know, like I said, classmate at UNC, to another teacher at the DCPA, other random people. I shouldn't say random, because they're significant. But yeah, that is reality. And that reality is occurring. Sorry, I'm just trying to find another place to pull off, even for 2 seconds. But that reality is occurring because we are asleep. Because our energy is being used up and sucked up in the astrals and manipulated. He was the one that appeared in my bedroom with his 2 besties on during the summer, you know, Gates and Fauci. But he was the one that was sucking up my essence. Of those 3 people specifically, he has more power. So for that specific experience during the summer, I made a video about it earlier on in the past. What does this even say? Parking for senior center users only. Well, it is past that time, so I can park here. Okay, yeah, it was him sucking up my essence. When I got put into the sunken place, that was him. That was Jacob Rothschild, Kevin Doyle, Gregory Berg. All the same person. They're all able to do this, though, by sucking up, by using magic, going into the astrals. I have stated I do not 100% know, which is why I'm not going to state if they are doing it through the means of how they've shown us through the media in Lovecraft Country, Ready Player One, or The Matrix. But the astrals is definitely involved in going up into this space where the body is lighter and there are no limits, to then pop down with those same set of circumstances. You know, what is reality? When I decide to take a class at the Denver Center for Performing Arts, and I leave my house when I was living with my parents in Loveland, which is over an hour away, let's just say 2 hours with traffic. And then by the time I get there, you're a classmate. My classmate was Joaquin. My teacher was Gabriella. That was my mother. Just under a glamour spell, where you're able to just go up. I'm sharing this because looking at the timing, it doesn't take any time at all for them to just pop up, pop down. I've mentioned how people here, you know, just pop up 1 second and then they're at a different space in the house entirely, or they're outside. You didn't even use the damn stairs. So when their bodies are, technology that is not enslaved, because ours is technology that we don't currently own. So we're not able to do this. But they are, you know? So I'm just trying to add that to break more of the illusion of, oh, well, you need to keep us locked in and enslaved so they can do this. We need to figure out things like transportation, or we can't go there because the distance is too far, or we don't have the money for it. How is that possible when I've been in the same state, different cities, I'm driving somewhere, we're in the same location, same house, but you're at the destination of where I am going, and you're not using a vehicle? How is it when I go to a completely different state, you are there under a glamour spell, and you didn't buy a ticket, and you're not even showing up as yourself? So that don't make no goddamn sense. This whole reality is a lie. And it's just one to keep us totally asleep. But again, our essence is definitely being used and manipulated in order to keep doing this. It's a part of the equation. I'm not going to say it's the main factor, but it's a part of the equation. Because if it wasn't, why are we still enslaved in this way? Why do you need us and want us to believe in this illusion while y'all get to play dress up? That's all it is. We're in this illusion and they get to play dress up. This video is way too long. I'm going to end it here and say I want to send peace, courage, protection, and divine cosmic love to all divine Atlanteans who are on their journey of remembering who they are. Look people in the eye. Really receive who you are looking at. You don't need to do anything but be. And I promise, once you are ready to make that agreement with yourself, reality is going to show itself in so many ways. So get ready. Yeah, I send protection and divine cosmic love your way.